Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome to today's Daily Antidote of Song. Woo-hoo. So glad to see folks jumping in to have another singing day with us. We are welcoming everybody here to today's Daily Antidote of Song. For anybody who's new, we are one song every day at noon Eastern, free, open to the public, and coming here if you can to join us in sort of finding the ways to get through everything that is going on right now. And this is one of the ways to both get through and to help us figure out what to do next. And so we're really glad you're here. And we're going to go ahead and say hello to everyone who is coming in out there on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Nice to have you guys with us today. Folks in the room and maybe folks out there on YouTube have already heard us say that our Facebook page was suspended for reasons we don't yet understand. And so in the meantime, we are asking everybody not only to subscribe to our YouTube, but to please pass the word out that we are still here daily antidoting along, because folks might not find us on Facebook and think we're not here anymore. And we're so here. In fact, we're here on day 1,906 consecutive days of singing here in the Daily Antidote Song, which we're super proud of. And we're super proud of all of you for making that possible. Let's say hi to everybody who's here in the room. So hello to Lexi Ugelow coming in from Cambridge, Massachusetts, our song leader for the day. We'll get back to Lexi in a minute. So glad you're back in the room with us, Lexi. I'm Joe Rossi. I'm coming in from Tacoma Park, Maryland, director of the Daily Antidote. I want to shout out Clay Leo coming in from New Jersey. Day 2 of our new tech person, and I did a fabulous job yesterday. Really glad you're here, Clay Leo. All right, let's say hi to Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Hi to Hoda in British Columbia. Sheila in Florida, Kathleen in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Athena coming in from Brooklyn, Mabel and a bunch of bears in Massachusetts, Sue in Seattle, Bonnie in Boise, Idaho, Laris coming in from the UK, Storm in Massachusetts, Neil coming in from Boston, Sydney coming in from San Francisco, Linda in California, Kathy in California, Gary coming in from Massachusetts, Bob also coming in from Massachusetts, Deli in Maryland, Aloysius in Massachusetts, and let's see, we've got Busy Graham coming in from Carpe Diem Arts. Everybody give it up to Busy Graham and to Carpe Diem Arts for helping keep this program going 1,906 days at a time. And you can join us here any day. We're making the world better one song at a time, trying to change the world one day at a time, all of that and more. Arlene in California, TJ coming in from Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, not connected to audio yet, so hang on there. Nancy in Victoria, British Columbia. Anna, our program manager, coming in from Boston, Massachusetts. Glad you're with us today. Carolyn, Connecticut. Mommy coming in from New Jersey. Kat in Vermont. Kevin Ennis coming in from New Hampshire. Great to see you today. And then TJ in Memphis, I think, is still connecting. Let's all take a deep breath. All right, so without any further ado, I'm going to turn the floor over to Lexi Ugelow. She is a song leader, songwriter from Cambridge, Massachusetts. She runs a choir. She does a gazillion amazing things. She came to us through the combination of Village Harmony. Can we all put our hands up for Village Harmony? One of the organizations that's partnered here in the Daily Antidote, and through Pinewoods, another org that's partnered here with the Daily Antidote. So Lexi, we've got a lot of ties to you, and we have not had a chance to sing with you in a while, so we are so glad you're back. You want to tell us a little bit about what you've got coming for us today, and can we sing with you?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Joe. I'm so excited to be back on the Daily Antidote with you all. It's such a beautiful community and such a great way to see all these smiling faces every day. So, hello, everyone. The song that I want to teach today is called Be Like a Bird. Um, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the song after we sing it. But it's by Arthur Frackenpohl and text by Victor Hugo, and then we'll get a little bit into it more afterwards. But so yeah, here's how it goes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sing the whole thing, and then I'm gonna break it down into smaller sections, and then it can become this very kind of tight knit, echoey round canon. And so let me just get my note that I'm starting. Okay. So the whole thing goes like this. Be like a bird who halting in her flight on a limb too slight feels it give way beneath her, yet sings. Sings, knowing she has wings, yet sings. Sings, knowing she has wings. And that's the whole thing. So the first part goes, be like a bird. Let's try that. Be like a bird who halting in her flight, who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Your turn. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. My turn. Yet sings, sings. Let's try that part. Yet sings, sings. My turn. Knowing she has wings. Knowing she has wings. All right, I'm going to break it up into a little bit larger sections now. Be like a bird who halting in her flight. Here we go. Be like a bird who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her. On a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. 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 Okay, let's try just singing the whole thing a few times together. Here we go. Sing it in whatever octave you feel like. It's sounding beautiful. I can't hear you, but I can tell. Here we go. Ready, and be like a bird who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Be like a bird who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Nice. Okay, so now what we'll do is we're going to do it in a little canon form. And what I've done is I've recorded myself singing it already, and I'm going to sing over myself. And what you can do is either pick the part of that my phone is singing, or pick the part that I'm singing, or if you want to come in a little bit later, it's kind of like this tight echo. You could come in a little bit later on the echo and see what that sounds like. Kind of play around with when you come in at different times, what does it sound like? But yeah, we're going to sing it a few times. I think maybe 3 times in echo and then maybe 1 time all together. Here we go. Be like a bird who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Be like a bird who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Be like a bird who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. 1 time all together. Who halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Yeah, nice job, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Let me just actually plug in real quick. Um, so, should I talk a little bit more about the song now?
So absolutely, we would love to hear more about that song. Can we just please? That is so beautiful. And during sound check, when Lexi started that, my first instinct was that I had sung it with her before, and that we had sung it in the Daily Antidote before, and so she said, "No, I haven't even sung it yet." So I of course went to our handy dandy spreadsheet where we've cataloged everything in the universe, and we sang that song in this space with Naomi Morse in 2020. And it was so impactful that even though I haven't listened to it since then, that was still in my head. And of course, Naomi Morse shares some of the same, at least Pinewoods. I'm not sure about Village Harmony with, with Lexi. So I just feel so like there's such a beautiful circle and loop. And so thanks, Lexi. Totally beautiful. Yeah, tell us more.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like one of my favorite things about this kind of music and these rounds and chants and songs in the folk music community because they do make their way around and you meet people who know the same tunes and it's a really beautiful thing. Yeah, so this song I learned from my mother who is in Libana, and they have done it and for a long time, and it's in one of their songbooks. And I'm actually going to be teaching a Libana oriented class at Pinewoods in a couple weeks at American Week. And so I was going through all these Libana songbooks that my mom had and found this song and thought it was such a beautiful. It's a beautiful tune. And then it's also a beautiful text, just kind of reminding us that of our own resilience and determination and courage that we all have inside of us. And when it feels like everything is falling apart, especially like in the world, everything that's going on right now, that we do have each other and we have ourselves and we have our wings. And even when things are falling out from underneath us, we have that. So, yeah, that is one of the reasons I picked it. And in the songbook, a little bit more about the song itself. So Victor Hugo is the person who wrote the lyrics, and same person who wrote Les Miserables. And I looked up a little bit into Arthur Frackenpohl, who I actually didn't really know about, and he's an American composer from New York. And so yeah, chose that text, wrote a beautiful melody, and this song was learned by Maritha Paffrath, who was in Libana, who still is in Libana, and I think learned from her mother. So in a way, it's like passed on from a lot of mothers, at least, and yeah, that's how I got it. And Libana actually just came out with a new song on Spotify. You can listen to it everywhere, so check that out for sure.
So awesome. Thank you, Lexi. So, for folks in the room who might not know anything about Libana, can you just give a little bit of sort of background?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
your mom was in it, which I did not know. So that's awesome.
Yes, yeah. Libana is this world folk music group that sings mainly like women's world music, I guess is how they would describe it. But there's a lot of songs for um, songs of songs and rounds and chants of the seasons and about Mother Earth and celebrating different emotions, transition, times of transition, just like songs that are really good for taking us through different times of our lives, is how I think of it. But yeah, I grew up listening to a lot of their music, and they're still around. I don't think they perform that much anymore, but they're still doing stuff. They're still recording projects. They've been around for maybe 50 years now. Yeah, so Libana, they're based here in Boston. Yeah.
Amazing. So we've put the link for Libana in the chat. Check it out. It's always really fun when some song leader brings us something that takes us on a journey into so many other layers that we hadn't anticipated. And this looks like a great one.
Yeah.
So, Lexi, yeah, there's a lot of tough stuff going on in the world right now. And, we come in here in part to be soothed and uplifted and strengthened, and in part to also, kind of learn like how we can be more active in the world, and that's like sort of active in the activism, bent, but also active in the singing community where we can do further uplifting of ourselves and others. And I know you've got bunches of cool stuff coming up. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, absolutely. I find myself in a few different projects almost all the time, but another group of mine, we do more like we have a five-piece band, kind of like folk, blues, soul music, very different than Libana. We have a gig coming up in Vermont, if there are any people from Vermont, on June 15th in Middlebury at Festival on the Green. So that should be really fun. And I also have another group, Kulomba, that I sing with pretty regularly. We were just in Corsica a couple weeks ago learning a bunch of traditional Corsican folk singing from singing masters there, and that was incredible. And so those are songs we're learning and bringing back, and there's we often have, I don't think we have like any concerts this summer, but we'll definitely have some stuff in the fall. So there's a link to our website there, and that's probably the best way to support if people are wanting to do that, because Columba's just, yeah, making a lot of cool projects happen. Um, and what else is happening? I have a couple choirs also here in the Boston area. One is in Jamaica Plain. So anyone who's local, please check that out. It's intergenerational community choir that rehearses at spontaneous celebrations on Sundays, Sunday afternoons, throughout starting in the fall and then throughout the spring. And it's really fun. Right now we have about 60 people, all ages, and yeah, we do a whole mix of stuff, some pop songs, some musicals, some folk songs. So it's a really good time. Non-audition choir. So that'll be starting again in the fall. I think there's also a link to that called Sing Positive. And then I also have a smaller choir. It's a living room choir that I run in Cambridge. And if you're interested in that, let me know. There's a very limited spots. We have about 15 spots total, and we already have a bunch filled. So if you're interested in that, my website has my contact info on it, and you can reach out to me through there. But yeah, those are some singing opportunities. Oh, and then also Village Harmony. I'm teaching at Village Harmony in a couple weeks. There's an adult camp out in Western Mass. It'll be a residential adult camp. We are going to be singing for just 1 week, living together, singing together, cooking together, eating delicious food. It'll be me and Lysander Jaffe and Liam Cantor leading the singing. So that'll be a good time. I think we only have like 1 or 2 spots available still. So yeah, check it out. It'll be a fun time.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, Lexi, you're so busy and you've got so much amazing, cool stuff going on. And I love the notion that that sort of sense of uplift that you just brought us through that one song is something that you're just spreading out there in all these different contexts across so many days. That makes me very, very happy and soothed and hopeful in the world. And so can you say a little more about Colombo? I'm pretty sure that we have had other Colomboians in here.
Yeah, yeah. So Kulumba is kind of a
Colombo,
village.
right?
It's cool. It's tricky. It's Kulomba, Uoa. Yeah, we usually in our concerts we usually have everyone say it with us because we're like we know this is hard to pronounce. Um, but we're it's kind of one of the bands that has incubated in Village Harmony, perhaps. A lot of us met each other on a Northern Harmony tour probably about a decade ago, and it's a group that there's 5 of us, sometimes 6 of us, but our 6th member lives in Minnesota, so she can occasionally join us. A quintet mostly of vocal music, and then some instrumental as well. But we do stuff from Corsica. We do some early French Renaissance. We do some uh, we do some Croatian music. We do some Bulgarian, Balkan. We have some original compositions by myself and also Adam Simon, who's in the group. It's me, Adam Simon, Sophie Michaud. I don't know if you know these people. Yeah, amazing people. Lysander Jaffe, and then Daniel Fridley, who's also based in Boston and in the classical and early music scene. So yeah,
Very cool.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we've had Sophie Michaud in here, and obviously you, and then I'm pretty sure that your missing Minnesota member is Sora,
Sora Harris Vincent, yes.
who's been in this room
Who's
a bazillion times, and kind of just another one of the most amazing young family members who brings into this room, I would say, so much joy and hope and inspiration. So
yes.
thanks so much, Lexi, for updating us on everything you're doing, for bringing us a song to really suit the times, and wondering if you would be up for singing it through again all over again.
Absolutely. Let's do it. So, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Let's do it all together once. Then I'll start my little recording and we'll do it as our duet or trio if you're at a third part. Here we go. Let me just get the right note. Here we go. Be like a bird who, halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Be like a bird who, halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Be like a bird who, halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Be like a bird who, halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Be like a bird who, halting in her flight, on a limb too slight, feels it give way beneath her, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings, yet sings, sings, knowing she has wings. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Lexi. I could just sing that over and over and over again. And the images are all really bound in my head right now. And, in that sort of bird on the branch kind of a way, while we're in these times where things seem like they're moving a lot, it's nice to be thinking about the singing and how that's just holding us steady. And so thank you so much for that beauty. Anything else you'd like to say before we head out today?
No, thank you all so much. This has been quite a pleasure. Made my day.
Thank you so much, Lexi. Okay, let's give it up for Lexi Ugelow coming in the room today. And Lexi, correct me, am I saying your name right?
Yeah, it's like you go low, I go high. That's how I like to pronounce it.
I love that. That's great. Yeah, Lexi Ugelow coming in from Cambridge, Mass, bringing us a beautiful song today. Thank you so much, Lexi. Great to be with you. We are going to remind everybody here that sadly our Facebook page was suspended. So we are really asking folks to get the word out everywhere they can that we are still here. That we are really encouraging folks to join, subscribe to our YouTube channel and come find us there. We're here in the Zoom room every day. And a shout out to folks posting in the chat. I'm seeing that people have made posts that they must be posting in other places about this fact. And that is so helpful that you can be letting folks know in other communities that we are still here. So thank you so much. So glad that all of you are really taking it seriously. It's actually a really serious thing. So a shout out again for the fact that we are almost near the end of our fiscal year. The suspension of our Facebook page dramatically reduces our ability to be able to reach our community and to sustain this program. And so if there's ever been a time ever where we're asking people to reach deep and donate to keep us going, it is right now. We are, on a more precarious footing, I feel like, that we've been on yet. And we're going to recover from this, but we need all the help we can get right now. So thanks to everybody who's able to send a donation between now and June 30. And thanks, of course, to all the folks in this room and out there on YouTube who already have. We're really grateful for the great response. All right, deep breath. I just will assume that all of you needed one because I needed one. But then again, I'm the only one talking a mile a minute. So potentially you are all fine. All right. So we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody in this room. So thanks again and goodbye to Lexi. And Lexi, we can't wait to see you again soon. And thanks, of course, to Clelio for running our tech today. Thank you, Clelio. Really appreciate you being here today and running tech for us on day 2 of your time here. Jenny, coming in from Suffolk, UK. Thank you so much. Hoda in British Columbia. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Sheila in Florida. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Athena in Brooklyn. Thank you so much. Athena's reminding me that today is day 1906 consecutive days of singing, and we're so glad you're here. Hello to Sue in Seattle. Thank you so much for being here. Did I say Mabel and the Bears? Mabel and the Bouncing Bears over there. Thank you so much. And actually, I'm sorry, wait, things are bouncing on my screen too much. Bonnie in Idaho, thank you so much for being here. Sue in Seattle, I see you. Laris in the UK, Storm in Massachusetts, Neil in Boston, Massachusetts, Sydney in San Francisco, Linda in California, Kevin Ennis coming in from New Hampshire, also reminding me day 1906, and 1906, Annette in California, Ann in Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay, next to TJ from Memphis, Tennessee. There's some nice little Tennessee energy going over there. Kathy in California, Delhi in Maryland, Arlene in Berkeley, California, Cricket in Maryland, Diane in from Puerto Rico, Bob in Massachusetts, where he mentions it is hot, as it is also very much right here in the DMV area, DC area. Linda in Concord, Massachusetts, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Kat in Vermont. Hoda, did I say goodbye? Yes, I think I did. Sheila in Florida, Nancy in Victoria, British Columbia, Gary and Christy in Massachusetts. Great to know you're both here. Carol in Connecticut, Mommy in New Jersey, and Christine, who's just jumped in from Ottawa, Canada. We are so glad to have our Canadian friends here. Thank you so much, everybody. See you all tomorrow right here on the Daily Antidote song. Ciao. Lots of love, gang.